Hello, Durud and Shalom. Guys, I don't know if you guys saw this. I see somebody in the chat that says that he or she was already there, but this was an incredible show of unity between Iranians and Israelis. Look at this. Absolutely, it says this Rachel posted this. Absolutely incredible to see so many Iranians at today's march against anti Semitism in London. In this video, you can hear them burst into a glorious chant, Long live Iran, long live Israel, as the Israelis and the lion and sun flag are proudly flown. Lion and sun flag right here, guys. Okay. A sight to behold indeed. Did you guys hear about this? This is quite recent. This is just yesterday. So I decided to show these more often because I assume a lot of people see these things, but then I realized that you don't. Because sometimes I talk about it on the stream and people are like, really? I'm like, what? Like, I want people, especially in Israel, to know this because Iranians are constantly supporting Israel everywhere. Not in but even in Iran, but mostly in places where they're free to do so. Every time you see a gathering of Israelis waving the Israeli flags, you could be almost certain that there are going to be the lion and sun flag of Iran among them as well. Did you guys hear about this? I want to know if you guys heard about this. Anybody? Because I see somebody PC say or somebody in the chat says I was there. Well, fantastic. Thank you for being there. But the rest of you, let me see who's here. Jack is here. Ronnie is here. Nail Bunny, Per, Flying Robot Dog, Amikai, Karen, Delta, Amir, Izzy, Ina, Darush, Niku. Oh, Niku. Shalom from Iran. Niku saying shalom from Iran. Hi, Niku. Izzy. Izzy is here. You can see, like, the people from Iran messaging, they are the strongest pro Israelis out there. All right. So, oh, yeah. Flying Robot Doctor saying, I haven't heard. I'm just waiting for a little bit more people to show up so I could play you the video because the video is amazing. Shalom and Derud. Oh, shalom and Derud to you. Javid Shah, thank you. Guys, isn't it beautiful that the Iranians in our chat say Amazral Kai and the Israelis in our chat say Javid Shah? Isn't our live chat one of the greatest symbols of unity between the nation of Israel and the nation of Iran? Isn't that just glorious and beautiful? I think we've created something very special here on this channel. I really love it. Thank you guys. This just makes me happy. So Neil Bunny saying, I know about it, but I don't live in London. Okay, so good that you heard about it. Hi from Israel. So true, Armin. Bonded strong. Yes, Javid Shah. Thank you. True, love it. Yes, I love this unity too. Oh, Drew, Samantha, me too. Absolute. Amir saying, absolutely beautiful. Is yes. Okay. All right. And Suresh is saying, we love you, man, and your channel. Well, thank you. I love the people here too. And yes, Niku say Delta is saying stay safe, Niku. Yes, Niku, please be careful in Iran. So let's actually watch this video together because I just wanted to because a lot of times when we talk about these things, some anti-Israeli haters they come and say like, "What are you talking about? No, this is not happening," and it just happens again and again and again. And we need to start because we need to actually show them on this channel because people so that people cannot deny it. So let's watch. So look at this. People are just holding Israeli flags and flag of the UK, and this one says Britain stand up for your values, basically to stand up against anti-Semitism. You can see here the unity between the flag of Britain and the flag of Israel. But I think a lot of these people here were surprised that the Iranians it's not just unity between Jews, Israelis, and Britain. The Iranian peoples all of a sudden shut. Look at this. Look at the shot coming from the back. And then the camera turns. Watch this. They're shouting, long live Iran, long live Israel. Watch this. And like, look, these guys are turning, look at the guys turning back with his camera to see what's happening behind them. And then look at all the Iranian flags in the middle of the Israeli flags. Watch this. By the way, guys, have you noticed that they actually are waving around the flag of the UK as well? Hmm? Hmm? Isn't that special? I wonder how many flags of UK do you see in this in the pro-Palestinian marches? Like the you remember I was doing a debate with that one guy who was saying like, oh, the Jews are not loyal to the country that they're in, but the Muslims are loyal. Yeah, I mean, sure, buddy, sure, buddy. Look at all the flags of UK. The people like, do you see this many flags of UK when people hold in the UK when people are holding the Palestinian flags? How many flags of UK do you see next to it? But look, when you're flying the flag of when you're waving the flag of Israel, you see the flag of the country that you're in as well, because you're loyal to that country as a citizen of that country, right? By the way, let's watch this one more time for the people who are just arrived. Watch this. Watch this. So, guys, if you can't hear properly what is, by the way, how's my audio? If you can't hear properly what they're saying, "Long live Iran, long live Israel." All right. So, what somebody in the chat says something. I don't know if you understand how profound what you just said is. Lisa in the chat said, "Pro-Israel is pro-patriotism." So, I don't know if you. That's actually a very correct thing that you said. And I don't know if you know how amazing what you said is, because the flag of so this is something that you guys need to understand. The people who support so-called Palestine, they act like they are anti-imperialism, okay? But the flag of Palestine represents imperialism. The flag of Israel represents anti-imperialism. Nationalism is an anti-imperial force. It's an anti-imperial concept. This is a very important thing for you guys to understand. The world used to be divided into three parts. Okay, well, simply put it, it was either an empire, part of an empire, or you were one of the barbarians. You were either barbarians or part of an empire. But if you want to do it three parts, you were either part of the central authority of an empire or one of the colonies or barbarians. But either way, you were either part of an empire or barbarian. It was the age of empires. Then we had this new thing introduced to us because of the age of enlightenment, and it was attempted to be put into practice at the French Revolution. It's called nation states, and it didn't work out at first because of the during the French Revolution. But the first country that put it in practice was the first country that actually became a nation state was the United States, and that's where we have all of these things happening. Okay, so in the Middle East, we had the nation state of Israel, but the Jews historically have been fighting anti-imperialists that were fighting empires throughout their history, except when they were part of Persian empires. So they were happy when they were part of the Achaemenid Empire, and they were also happy when they were part of the Sassanid Empire. But they were anti-imperialist. The Jews were anti-imperialist, anti-Romans, Greek, Ottomans throughout their history, but they never had the mechanism to have their independence. But because of modernism, we had this new thing called a nation state that finally gave the Jews the ability to be not part of an empire anymore and have their own nation state. So the flag of Israel and also the flag of the United States is a is a representative of ancient and modern anti-imperial forces. The flag of Palestine, on the other hand, has been the excuse. First of all, it doesn't not represent any nation state. So nation state as a whole is anti-imperial, right? They created the concept of nation state so that you could have the right to determine your own destiny. The people, so you have a nation, and a nation has a state that reflects the nation, so that the nation could determine its own politician, its own representatives, and its own destination and its own destiny, basically, right? Um, but but the flag of Palestine does not represent a nation state, and it actually represents three imperial attempts, three imperial forces. What the first one being the Pan-Arabist Empire, which was trying to destroy Arab nation states to create an Arab empire, and then it was the Sunni Caliphate, which is Sunni Islamic empire, and then now a Shia Imamate led by the Islamic Republic in Tehran, which is a Shia empire. So the Palestinian flag does not even try to bring in a nation state. They admit that they are against the concept of nation states. They just use this as a way to be against the nation state of Israel because they're trying to build an empire, either an Arab empire or a Sunni empire or a Shia empire. So Israel is fighting back against imperialism. So the flag of Israel is an anti-imperialist flag, and the flag of Palestine is an imperialist flag. I mean, the name Palestine is an imperialist name. It's a Roman name set by the emperor, the Empire of Rome, upon this land against the native name of the land. That's why Palestine is both ancient imperial force and also a modern imperial force. Palestine was an ancient imperial force because it was a Roman imperialist name for this land, and it's a modern imperialist force because it's the tool for three attempts of an empire, and Israel, the tiny country that is Israel, has stopped all three attempts. So yes, pro-Israel is pro-patriotism for every country. I hope that was actually very what I just said was very profound. If you understand what was that understandable? Did you guys get it, or did I make it easy to understand? So when you say Am Israel Chai, you're not just supporting Israel. You're actually supporting the death of empires, because empires have died, but they are trying to make a comeback in 4 different ways. Okay, one of them, 3 of them are Middle Eastern. One of them is Putin, right? So we have Arab, Pan-Arabism. That one died already because after Jamal Abdel Nasser, Israel got rid of that. The Sunni one is also dead. So there's 2 attempts of empire building right now. One is by the Islamic Republic of Iran, and the other one is by Putin. But the age of empires are over unless the Islamic Republic or Putin are somehow successful. So let me see. Gaging American saying, here's one of the few monarchs I can tolerate. Which monarch? Which monarch are you talking about? Here's one of the monarchs. Are you talking about Prince Reza Pahlavi? Because he's not a monarch. Well, not yet at least. Maybe we don't know what's going to happen. He said that he is not a king, and whether or not Iran will become a monarchy or not is going to be depends on what the Iranian people vote for. So Prince Reza Pahlavi doesn't assume at all that Iran is going to turn into a monarchy. This flag is the flag of Iran. It's not the flag of monarchy. Prince Reza Pahlavi believes that sovereignty belongs to the people, and once the Islamic Republic falls, we will have a referendum, and the Iranian people will vote on whether or not we will be a monarchy or not. It's not at all given that we will be a monarchy. Free Palestine, yes, I agree with that. Andrew saying, love the video, Armin, keep them coming. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, exactly. Nico is saying, and thank you, Andrew, for the super chat. And Nico in the chat is saying, he is our representative. Exactly. You know, the thing that Reza Pahlavi insists on the most is giving the sovereignty to the people. He doesn't insist on anything else as much as that. He also insists that we need to have secularism, a democracy, and also we have to abide by international human rights. And he also believes that we should respect the border integrity of Iran. Okay, these are the red lines. Other than that, everything else. Other than that, he has only 3 red lines that is not based on anyone's decision. The border integrity of Iran, being a secular democracy, emphasis on secular, and also abiding by international human rights. Other than these three, and that's the only 3 things. Other than that, everything else has to be based on what the people decide. Everything else should be based on the vote of the majority. Other than these 3. 3 people are saying free Palestine in the chat. Yes, I agree, Ali. Free Palestine from Islam, free Palestine from Hamas, and free Palestine from the name Palestine, because it's an imperial name. It's a Western name that is not native to the land. Maybe give it a name that the Arab people could actually write. It's so far. The name Palestine is so foreign to the land that the Arab people there cannot even write it down because they don't have any letters that makes the sound pe. That's how foreign that name is to the land. It's a Roman name, you idiot. Yeah, free Palestine from Palestine, exactly. Yes. Somebody saying you don't know what you're talking about. Wow, very good comeback. You made no points at all. Richard. Oh my god. Straight. Let me go to another video from London as well. So this is Niyak. He's an Iranian in the UK. I think a lot of you know him. Niyak Ghorbani. I really like. Oh, he follows me. He does follow me. Oh, that's great. So let's see. They posted a video. I think this is a video of appreciating. This is a group that tries to bring anti-Semitism, tries to bring attention to anti-Semitism in the UK. So campaign against anti-Semitism. So this group in the UK that tries to bring attention to anti-Semitism, in this video they're appreciating Niyak, who's an Iranian in the UK. So they're appreciating him. They saying, oh, let's actually watch the video. Okay, so I want to. Oh wait, did I share this on the screen? I think I need to put it over here to make it better. Yeah, there you go.
Which was accosted by a masked man.
Hold on, let's actually make this full screen. Do you guys know him, right? You guys are familiar with Niyak?
Was accosted by a masked man who started shouting Zionists off our streets. And then there was a crowd of them. And then he was arrested by police. Mark was arrested by police and led off in handcuffs for his own.
Okay, so Niyak, I think, was fighting against some anti-Semites, and then the police came and arrested him instead.
Arrested by police and led off in handcuffs for his own safety. And
Yeah.
Niyak is a proud Iranian dissident who stands for his Iran. I prefer those. The great king of the prodigy of that tyranny, Niyak stands with a sign that you probably see as it's murdered. He has been caught 15 times. 15 times. He has been arrested for stuttering and for terrorists, which is literally the law of the land. And then friends.
By the way, guys, can you please look into the back there? Do you guys see it? Do you guys see the Iranian flag? I don't know how to make this bigger. Do you see, like, guys, everywhere in the West where you see Israeli flags, if you look, you will find Iranian flags. You see? You see behind? I don't know if you can see it. You see here. There's so many Iranian flags with the lion and sun in the back. I'm not making this up. the most consistent flag around the world that is being waved around next to the Israeli flag is the Iranian flag. That is a this is really important for you to understand this and mention everywhere. Like, if you see Israelis in the UK, there's going to be Israeli flags, the UK flags, and then Iranian flags. If you have Israeli flags being waved around in France, you're going to see the Israeli flag, the French flag, and Iranian flags. If you're in Canada and then you have a whole bunch of you see a crowd with Israeli flags, you're going to see Israeli flags and the Canadian flags, and then Iranian flags. If you're in the US and then you see a crowd with Israeli flags, you're going to see the Israeli flag, the US flag, and Iranian flags. These two flags, you find them next to each other globally more than any two other flags. Okay? This is a consistent thing that you're always going to see. When Israelis show up somewhere and fight for their rights, when Jews or Israelis are showing up somewhere, the Iranian people will find them and they will join them and they will support them. This is what true friendship looks like. This is what true unity looks like. Iranian people will never fail when it comes to being there for people supporting Israel. All the time, all the time. And I want Israelis to understand that. The number one people that are always standing shoulder to shoulder with Israelis and Jews around the world are from Iran. And I want Israeli people, I need people in Israel to understand that. It's very important. Somebody in the chat is saying, make Israel Palestine again. So yeah, that's basically you're an imperialist. So please, Westerners, leftist Westerners, when you think that you are anti-imperialist, just understand that Palestine is an imperialist name. It's a name by an empire. It's literally like it cannot be more imperialist. It could literally not be, because it's a name given to the land against the native name of the land by an empire. It cannot be more imperialist. You're on the imperialist side. Hey, let's get to you.
And then, friends, I'm proud that in this country we have heroes like that who are willing to stand up for the Jewish people. And I am so proud that whenever they need us to stand up for them, it is campaign against anti-Semitism which provides their legal defense. And we will do it again and again and again until we reach again.
See the Iranian? Do you see the green? The green at the top? Those are Iranian flags in the back.
I'm standing here in Parliament Square, amongst.
So yeah. So if you, by the way, one thing that people understand, that if you want to return the favor to the Iranian people, then stand with Reza Pahlavi, with Prince Reza Pahlavi. That's how you stand with the Iranian people and their fight against the common enemy that they have with Israel, is to support Prince Reza Pahlavi. It's very, like, I hope people, we need to keep sending that message. We need to keep saying that. Also, what is this? I don't know if this caption is true or not, but this is another image that I wanted to show you guys. Look at that. You can see people, the hostages, the Israeli hostages, and you see the flag of Israel, and you always see, look, the lion and sun. The lion and sun, and then Prince Reza Pahlavi is right there all the time, every single time. Let me, I wanted to show you. By the way, Goldie posted something that I just saw. So let me actually, you guys know Goldie, right? Golsa Ghameri, guest of the show. Previously, she was on our show. She's amazing. She says, we Iranian escaped the terrorist Islamic Republic occupying Iran. We came to Canada to live normal, peaceful lives. We didn't come here just to remain silent when a, a bunch of savage Islamic jihadists follow us from their terrorist societies. No to Islamic terrorism in Canada. So apparently, we had also a gathering, a protest, of by Goldie in Canada as well. So let me just like this and retweet her, repost her as well. Thank you, Goldie, for everything you do. Um, I do want to encourage all of you guys to follow Nufti's account, National Union for Democracy in Iran. This is basically the team around Reza Pahlavi. So this is Reza Pahlavi's team. So follow Reza Pahlavi, but also follow his team. And I do need to give you an update regarding that Islamic Republic just executed this man, Mehran Bahramian, because he was a protester. He was a protester during the 2022 uprising, and he was just executed. So the Islamic Republic, let me see, make sure. Yes, this is just recent. The Islamic Republic's war on the Iranian people has claimed another life. The regime has executed Mehran Bahramian, a protester arrested during the Women Life Freedom Movement of 2022. Oh, wait, maybe, yes. And accused of waging war against Allah. Look at this. Look at this. Accused of waging war against Allah because you're fighting for life and for freedom for both men and women. And it says, after a long period of imprisonment in which he endured torture, Bahramian, I think this is, yeah, because I need to see the Persian lesson. Bahramian was initially released on bail, but he was rearrested. You guys know why he was rearrested? Because whenever the Islamic Republic is afraid, they just go rearrest people and execute them just to scare everyone else. So he was supposed to be free, but he was, because the government is scared and wants to scare the people, they arrested him, they retried him and sentenced to death. Even the regime's own Supreme Court once overturned the sentence due to the blatant irregularities, yet the authorities were determined to kill another Iranian to project power. This time relying on torture tainted confessions, they forced the death sentence through. Another Iranian life has been extinguished to preserve the regime's rule by fear. Guys, if you spam the chat with Palestinian flags, I'm going to ban you. You could put Palestinian flags there, but only if you put it only a couple of times so that you don't flood the chat so people could actually use it. So I saw that this guy was executed, and I wanted to show you somebody else that just recently somebody reminded us that was executed in Iran, because I just want you guys to see how evil the Islamic Republic is. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat a little bit. Somebody from Iran says Iran will never bow to Allah. And that's a good message. So Noam is saying, I hope Iran and Israel and Iran will one day be friends. Okay, Noam, let me just tell you, I appreciate that message, but Iran and Israel are already friends. Iran and Israel are already friends. The Islamic Republic is not Iran. The Islamic Republic is an occupying force against the Iranian people. The Islamic Republic is the most anti-Iranian force in the world. So it's not, if you want to wish for that, your wish has come true. The Iranian people and the Israeli people are already best allies. It's the Islamic Republic that is against Israel. The Iranian people are not against Israel. Somebody saying, Zaid in the chat saying, you will lose. Well, so far we're winning. I mean, the Islamic world is losing faster, is basically plummeting like a rock. You guys, ever since Ataturk, you never had a good day. You guys are the losers. Yeah. Look at where the Islamic world is right now. You guys are the losers. Everybody is humiliating you. And these days, Israel is humiliating the Islamic world. So, yeah, keep wishing that you will win one day. I hope that maybe that will work out for you. Go pray to Allah. Yeah, somebody's saying, has Israel ever lost? That's actually a very good point. Israel has won every single battle. They have had setbacks, but they have won every single battle. So let's look at this. Let's remember this. This happened in 2004, I think. Tefer Rajabi. Yeah, let me see the Persian name. I can read the Persian name better. Atife Rajabi Sahale. So she, honestly, this is hard to believe, but let's go look at the. Yeah, so let's go. We could look at the Wikipedia page as well. So Atife was hanged by the Islamic regime in Iran at age 16 for the crime of being raped. So because she was raped, they killed her for adultery. Let me let me just repeat that again. Because she was raped, like imagine having to go through the experience of being raped and then having to go, because of that, having to go through the experience of being executed. Look at how stressed she is. So this is her Wikipedia page. So she was an Iranian girl from the town of Neka who was executed a week after being sentenced to death by this judge on charges of adultery and crimes against chastity after being repeatedly raped. This is an actual sentence. She was sentenced to death by this judge, Haji Rezai, on charges of adultery and crimes against chastity after being repeatedly raped. This is Islam. This is Islamic justice, exactly. And she was 16 years old, yes. This is the sickness that we're fighting against. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that so that everybody knows what we're fighting, what we're up against. Let me look at the chat. Zaid is saying that is not Islam. True, Zaid, that is not Islam, because if it was Islam, they would have to behead her with the sword. And fuck you, Zaid, for supporting Islam, you piece of shit. You have no idea what you're supporting, the sickness that you're spreading in the world. Islam is sick. Yeah, and honestly, yeah, I agree. Is that it's not completely Islamic. The more proper way of it being Islamic is beheading by sword. So the only thing that is not completely in accordance with Islam is the method of execution. It's a death cult, exactly. It's absolute sickness. It's a cancer. And guys, Israel and the Iranian people are the solution. The most powerful. So I see Israel as the military solution to Islamic tyranny, and I see the Iranian people the ideological solution to Islamic beliefs. So, right, this is key. Okay, understand that. Okay, because Israel is not taking an ideological stance against Islam. Israel, using its intelligence operations and military forces, is basically uh, paralyzing Islamic forces by taking away their military capabilities and their ruling capabilities. That's what Israel is doing. So we have the military battle against Islamic forces, Islamic tyranny, which is being led by Israel. And the Iranian people are the greatest force against the Islamic ideology. And again, I need the Europeans and North Americans to understand this, that you cannot be playing defense. If you think like, oh, let's just close our borders against mass migration so that our countries do not become into Islamic shitholes, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. This is pathetically weak. Oh, let's just close down our borders. They're coming from you from all angles. Your borders is just one of many. Your borders are just one of many. And even if you manage to, by some miracle, shut down all migration from Islamic countries to your countries, the call is coming from inside the house. They have already enough of them in there to be able to take you out. Again, I know this because we lost our country to Islam, to the unity between leftists and Islam. And nobody predicted that's going to happen to our country, and it did happen. So if you think this is not going to happen to your country, think again, because we didn't think, Iranians didn't think this is going to. Iran was progressing so fast. We were ahead of so many European countries when it comes to being progressive. We were ahead of so many European countries, not progressive in the leftist term, meaning progressive in actual progressing, okay, because they're not progressing, they're regressing. We were actually progressing, and we were, when it comes to rights, with regards to education, with regards to industry, technology, we were actually, even though we were behind Europe, we were making it, we were getting so close to many European countries. And we also, even when it comes to rights, we actually passed some European countries. Women had the right to vote in Iran ahead of some European countries. So if you were in Iran in 1978 and somebody told you that next year this country is going to be fall under Islamic tyranny, they would laugh at you. Both average people and experts would laugh at you. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? Look around you. So if it happened to Iran, it was unimaginable what happened to Iran. So if it happened to Iran, I know it's hard for you to understand that, because you look at it, because a lot of you in your minds, Iran is associated with it like Islamic tyranny, but it wasn't like that. So if it could happen to Iran, it could happen to your country. And if you think that just controlling migration is going to solve your problem, it's not. I mean, you should do that, obviously. You should stop. I mean, obviously, your goal should be zero migration from Islamic countries, but that is step one out of 100. You should be doing so many other things. You should be going on offensive. That- Western countries didn't win the Cold War just because they were fighting a military battle against the Soviets. They were fighting a military battle and an ideological battle. At the same time, the problem was not just the tanks and the planes and the helicopters of the Soviets. The problem, they understood at that time that the problem is communism as an idea, and we need to defeat that as well. But many Westerners are not treating Islam in the same way that they treated communism. You need to be anti Islamic, and you need to be allies with your greatest anti Islamic forces, exactly where the disease is coming from, which is the Middle East. And your greatest anti Islamic forces are Iranians. There is no country more than Iran filled with anti Islamic. You know, we have a Islamophobia epidemic. I know I'm joking. Islamophobia is a bullshit term, but we're no country is more Islamophobic, proudly, than Iran. So you're losing the battle against Islam in your country, in Western countries. They're bringing the battle to you, and you're just playing a defense. You should copy them. If they're bringing their poison, their cancer to your country, you should bring your superior values, or at least the people who already have them. You should go and support them in their home, in their backyard. You need to take the battle to them beyond your borders. Stop being an isolationist. I'm like, oh, we don't have any problem with other countries. We don't want to be involved outside of borders. If you want to defend your country, you need to step out, take the battle beyond your borders. You cannot just be, oh, this is just England. We should just only focus on England. This is the United States. We should only focus on the United States. Your enemy is fighting a global battle. If you're fighting a local battle, you will lose. A global battle could only be responded to with a global response. And you need unity between citizens of multiple countries, or else you will lose. If you're an isolationist, you will lose this battle. Hey, Roy is here. So Jackie is asking which specific policies should Western countries enact other than migration, foreign policy, and advocacy? Specific laws. I'm not talking about governments. Stop waiting for governments to do everything. This is ideological battles could be fought by you and me. This is our job. This is our job. If we're fighting against other ideas, then every single one of us is a soldier. We don't have to wait for laws. We don't have to wait for policies. Just pick up your phone and go to make content, make arguments, go debate. Just be there, defend Israel, speak against Islam, bring arguments. Just every single one of you are your own media. You know who's taking this seriously? Do you know why they have been so successful in making people turn against Israel? Because even though they're being humiliated in the battlefield, the enemies of Israel know that there's another battlefield, which is the narrative battlefield. And you, as much as Israel is winning in the physical battlefield, with guns and bullets, with tanks and planes, they're winning all of that every single time. They're amazing at that. They're not winning when it comes to the narrative war, the propaganda of our enemies, because they're more present there. You guys are not as present as you need to be. So stop waiting for governments to come just do things for you. Pick up your own weapons and go to war. Guys, this is the most important battle right now that we're fighting. The greatest forces of evil right now are at the edge of collapse. And if they do not fall, we have only ourselves to blame. You should stop asking yourself what other people could do for us, and we should ask ourselves, am I doing the maximum possible thing that I could be doing? Because many of us are experts at sitting back and saying, oh, these people should have done this, those people should have done this, but rarely do we ask, am I doing everything that I could be doing? So I can see that a lot of people are putting the terroristic flag of Palestine, and we're not blocking them because they're not flooding the chat. So Talal, because you put 3 times. Be careful, you get into spam territory. Hazibul, you put the terroristic flag of Palestine once, so that's good. You could stay. We will not block you. We will only block you if you flood the chat with the Palestinian flag to the point where people could not use the chat. But you could basically advertise for your terrorism if you're here. You could, because we want to see you guys. Yeah, so good job, good job. See the racist and the anti-Semites and the Islamic terrorists in the chat. They're learning. They put those. Alex just put free Palestine once. Claudie just put free Palestine with the Palestinian flag once. Okay, you guys are behaving. You're you're a very submissive, terroristic bunch. Good job. You're following the rules for once. I mean, I'm sure if I saw you in person, you might go boom boom on me. Allah Akbar, boom boom. Yeah, keep advertising your terroristic flag. You don't have any arguments though, right? Have you guys noticed? Like the free Palpatine people here, they come here with their Palestinian flags, but they never actually make any solid points. Yeah, I'm not saying any 0 points. Oh, Roy is saying something. Roy saying, give us a short acknowledgement about the terror attack in Jerusalem. Okay, so I just honestly, I just came off my Persian show, and I've been doing back to back shows and meetings. So I am I would do an entire show dedicated to that. My next show. Once I Can you guys tell me what the hell is happening? Let me look at my first page on Twitter. Why am I not seeing this under? This seems like something that you should be seeing on the first page on Twitter. So why is it not the first thing on the page on Twitter? But I will look into this and I will make. Don't worry, guys. If something this important, I will definitely cover it. I will definitely cover something this important. Right. Obviously, it just has to. Just forgive me if I'm a little bit behind because I'm covering so many things. Okay. I hope you guys understand. But let me actually show. Let me see if I could show you something very interesting. If I could find it. Oh yes. I wonder if there's a way for me to show this on my browser because I wanted to show you the progress that Iran was making. Mm. Oh, save video. Let me see if I could show you two videos today. This is probably going to give me copyright if I. So if I just say open on Chrome, a video, will it just open it on Chrome? Open with. No, it doesn't. So never mind. I'll maybe show this to you guys on the next show. Okay, guys, I'm gonna head out. Can you guys tell me what happened in Jerusalem? Roy is saying, have to go, guys. Keep giving Armin your love. Well, thank you, Roy. I really appreciate that. In Jerusalem. And thank you guys for always keeping me updated on what the things that I need to cover. You guys know I listen to the chat. I listen to you guys because you guys told me that Armin cover more Iran related stuff, not just supporting Israel. And I was like, okay, I will do that for you guys. And oh yeah, I saw Tusi just got married. I've been trying to talk to him. Can you guys tell Tusi that I want to collaborate with him? I would be honored if I could do a show with him or something. But I know he's busy right now, and then that's why I'm not gonna bother him because he just got married. Congratulations to him. Yeah, please tell him. Jewish Samantha saying, Armin, would you have left Islam if you were asexual? What does that got to do with leaving Islam? I hope so. That's a strange question. That's a, that's a, and nobody has, Jewish Samantha, nobody has ever asked me that question. So Nina is saying an interview with the king would be great. Oh my god, that would be a dream come true for me. I don't know if that will ever happen. I did have an interview with the main advisor of Prince Reza Pahlavi on the Persian channel, the main advisor. That was received very well. He said, please interview Reza Pahlavi. Guys, if I could make that happen, I would be so honored. That would be my dream come true. I'm ready to basically end it all after that because I have achieved all my goals in life if that ever happens. But yeah, I don't like that's really hard to do. But I did interview his main advisor, his number one advisor. So that shows that I am getting closer to him. Maybe one day I will have him. I wonder, yeah, yeah, goals for okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. So let me know in the comment section what else you want me to cover. Yeah, people, nobody's telling me what happened in Jerusalem. You guys keep like, so can somebody tell me what happened in Jerusalem? Like, I'm not seeing it on my first page on X, and I don't know what happened. It seemed like it's supposed to be a big deal. Oh, thank you so much. The pro Palpatine people are saying from the river to the sea. Thank you so much for confirming. that you are the genocidal ones, that Israel is not pro-genocide, you guys are the pro-genocide ones. Thank you. Yeah, keep saying that so people can see that you are the terrorists, you are the ones who are in favor of genocide. Thank you. I love you too. Someone saying love you, Armin. Take care in the chat. Yeah. Okay, guys. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. And also, please recommend this channel. We're doing a lot of good here. And yeah, free Palpatine. I'm Israel Chai, Javid Shah, and till next show. Mwah. Bye, guys.